Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
XRP's been looking pretty damn good and holding its own, and it's still number 6 in market cap, up from its recent low position of number 8. So don't mind seeing that either. But despite the fact that we're seeing price increase a bit today, ever since the dramatic crash, if you will, yesterday, despite that being the case, there's clearly very negative sentiment. And people asking, did XRP miss the bull run? Well, to that I would respond, think again. Do you really think that this will be the first time where a market cycle completes and we don't see an alt season? I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that this will be the first time that happens. And so however long this takes, I'm just going to be here. But just consider that there are over 17,000 different cryptocurrencies, and barely any of them have gone on tremendous bull runs. And you could name a few, sure. Like Doge has been nuts, obviously Bitcoin, because Bitcoin leads the market. Luna, there have been a handful of cryptocurrencies that have had some pretty decent runs here, but the vast majority haven't. And this has nothing to do with fundamentals, has nothing to do with real-world adoption. This is a nascent asset class, and people are treating all cryptos the same, relatively speaking. And so the question is, will history repeat? Are humans behaving the same as they did in the past? And I'd say on the whole, the answer is yes. I think people are roughly behaving just as irrationally as they have been for the whole time that this crypto asset class has existed, which gives me confidence that, we're just talking in terms of probabilities, what's likely to happen. Alt season. Don't know when. Don't know exactly if we're, if it's going to be this quarter, next quarter, later in the year, because I acknowledge nothing's exactly 100% the same. It does seem as though market cycles are lengthening, but still, people asking, did XRP miss the bull? And I see that, I understand why. It's because price went down yesterday, and the emotions are getting hit here. I just don't think that's the case. So I want to share with you, there are a couple articles, and yes, there are some perspectives that might sound scary on the surface, but look, my stance is like, even if the scariest sounding predictions from analysts that I follow come to pass, I still don't care. That still doesn't intimidate me, because despite massive pullbacks, we're still going to trend to the upside. We have been for 13 years anyway. We think this is the moment where it stops and everything goes to hell in a handbasket, never to recover. I don't buy it, which is why it just doesn't make sense to have these emotions. But I found this piece interesting, so I had a couple things to say about it. I'm going to get to this. It's from the Daily Hodl, titled, "Here's Why Ethereum Creator Vitalik Buterin Welcomes Potential Crypto Bear Market." Oh gosh, but are we there? Is that a bear market? Well, I'm not convinced yet. Maybe. I'm not convinced yet, though. But I want to be clear at the outset, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. At the time I'm recording this, XRP's at 71 cents, Bitcoin at $38,103, market cap for the asset class down to 1.74 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance about where it's been for most of the last 30 days, more or less, 41.52%. And XRP did get as low as 68 cents the other day. So, not the end of the world, but still, it is kind of funny sometimes to just reflect on how ridiculously volatile a crypto is. Like, XRP was at 91 cents, when was that? Like a week ago, a week and a half ago? I can't remember exactly, probably a week and a half ago, something like that. And it's just so funny to see humans doing this, and I love that the humans are doing this. I love the speculators, because they're the ones that make the asymmetrical gains relative to any other asset class. They're the ones that make it possible. And it's completely absurd, this behavior, but I love them for doing it, because it's the reason that we all have the opportunity that we have. Take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. It's at 25 out of 100, indicating that market participants are back into extreme fear mode. You hate to see it, those lovable, cuddly little lemmings out there. Very scare. Doesn't make logical sense, and I don't take pleasure in this, but we're all adults. We all get to make our own decisions. It is what it is. Now into this piece, again titled, "Here's Why Ethereum Creator Vitalik Buterin Welcomes Potential Crypto Bear Market." Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin says a downturn in cryptocurrency prices might prove to be healthy for blockchain technology in the long run. According to a new Bloomberg report, the 28-year-old crypto billionaire says that a crypto winter could serve to keep speculative investors away from the space. Folks, think about this. What did I just say a moment ago? These speculators, these people, these speculators, typically little retail lemmings out there that don't know what the hell they're doing, FOMOing into positions, panic selling. These speculators are what create volatility. What's the purpose of investing? To experience volatility. It is, right? Flatly stated, it is. Because if the purpose is not to experience volatility, then what are you doing? Putting your money into something that's just going to trade sideways forever? No, volatility is good. It's just nothing goes up in a straight line forever. And so when you talk about this idea of being good for who and for what? Because if you're talking about speculative investors exiting the space as we enter a crypto bear market, no, I mean, so here's the thing, and part of what he says I sort of will agree. You'll see as we go through this further. So I got a couple quotes from him here, but it can be good if you what you're looking for is a maturation of the space. Yes, going through these cycles of intense euphoria followed by extreme sadness, the bear markets, it can help to mature the space, because when times get tough, that's when you have the come touch eyes this moment, where some of these projects that have no business existing in the first place, they cease to exist. So there is something to that. But in a general sense, no, getting rid of speculative investors, that's going the wrong direction, just generally speaking. And it doesn't do that forever. Eventually a bottom's formed, and then of course we get back into a new cycle. It's just the nature of market cycles. It's true in stocks, it's true in crypto. It's just more exaggerated in crypto, let's say. But here's a quote from Metallic Buter. When there are these long periods of prices moving up by huge amounts like it does obviously make a lot of people happy. But it does also tend to invite a lot of very short-term speculative attention, end quote. And again, he says it like it's a bad thing. Well, it depends on the reason you're here. I'm here for tremendous financial opportunity. I'm not pretending like there's not risk, but my gosh, where is there more opportunity in investing in the entire planet than the crypto asset class? There's not even a close second. The answer is crypto. There's a reason that people actually, and just everyday people, are capable of achieving life-changing wealth. And yes, even you listening can. Again, not pretending that there's no risk. Of course, there's serious risks associated with investing in crypto and anything, frankly. Things can go wrong. It doesn't mean there's not the incredible opportunity. And so if you just understand some of these basic things, that's why for me, like I said in the beginning, I'm just going to sit and hold regardless. Anyway, Peace continues. Buterin also says that lean times and flat market prices can serve to test projects' sustainability and shake out the weaker ones. And here's another quote. The winters are the time when a lot of those applications fall away, and you can see which projects are actually long-term sustainable, like both in their models and in their teams and their people, end quote. And so that's why, now that's, I generally agree with. That's why it's worth pointing out, and here I'll go back to the main screen here on livecoinwatch.com, XRP, for the entirety of its existence, and it's been around for almost a whole decade at this point. The whole time it's been trading, it's been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap. The lowest it's ever been that I'm aware of was number 8 market cap, which has happened for much of the last 12 months roughly. And that's, again, I would argue, thanks to the SEC claiming that XRP is an unregistered security of Ripple, which is a completely ridiculous argument. But I think it's reasonable to argue that XRP's price is artificially suppressed, but still it's at number 6 today. And also worth mentioning, there are 2 stable coins above it in terms of market cap, Tether at number 3 and USDC at number 5. Last market cycle, they weren't there. So all of this is going on, and truthfully, with just throughout those stable coins, which I don't think it makes sense to have by default in this list, XRP would actually be number 4 in terms of market cap. And isn't it amazing to see that it's been up there despite all of these crypto winters that we've had over the years? XRP continues to persist, and not just persist, but all things considered, it's actually thriving. And so if you ever feel like your XRP isn't doing much, I'm sorry, you shut your damn mouth, fool. Because I'll tell you what, seriously, what other coin has been up there that long? Well, there are many. Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it, though. That's it. There's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. None of these other cryptocurrencies in the top 10 were just always there from the beginning of time. There's been a ton of coins in and out. And in fact, if you look at a historical snapshot of, just go back to like 2013, 2014, 2015, there'll be a bunch of coins in the top 10 that you've never heard of. And they're largely insignificant at this point, if they're even still around at all. And still here's XRP and people are still fearful. It's like XRP missing the bull run. I'm just sitting here thinking, no, I don't know when this thing's gonna pop. I don't control that, you don't control that, nobody knows for sure. But the whole asset class continues to trend upward. I'm just not the least bit fearful. And on top of that, there's real world utility. So even in a world where there's sufficient maturation within this asset class, XRP thrives there too. I just don't get the point and in the short term feeling emotionally down because of it is just kind of silly to me. I get why people feel that. It can be scary. I get it. I felt the scares, earlier in my days of crypto. I get it. I understand. I'm not pretending like I haven't been through that. I'm just saying it doesn't make logical sense. That's what I'm saying. Now, for some people, maybe it does, and I don't know your position, which is why I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold anything. There are people that have over-leveraged themselves. They put too much money into crypto. Got it. I understand. And maybe they need to do some sort of adjustment there. Maybe it makes sense for them to be a little bit more scared since there's too much on the line. I get that. But for those people that are investing only what they're willing to lose, and they understand just a few fundamental things that are key, not only is there opportunity, but it just, again, doesn't make sense to even be worried despite the negative price action that we saw to the downside yesterday. And it was a pretty notable drop. I mean, here's the XRP drop yesterday, right where I'm circling. This is the, oh wait, this is 7 days, so, well, that still was it, but this is a 7-day chart, but still, yeah, look at that. And it's the same for Bitcoin. It looks very similar. And then there was this from chart analyst Credible Crypto, because the question is, where are we heading? How bad might things get? Well, take a look at this tweet. I actually shared this one the other day, I believe. This is the first one's from February 19th. This is chart analyst Credible Crypto. And he wrote, going to be a slow week, in my opinion, as we are sandwiched between key support, which is at $38,000 to $39,000, and key resistance at $41,000 to $42,000. I suspect we chop around between these two levels for a bit, but ultimately resolve this consolidation to the upside. Hard invalidation for this idea is a tap of $36,200 Bitcoin. And so there you go. And when it comes to expectations regarding crypto price, any analyst that is worth anything at all, they use what are effectively if-then statements, not definitively stating this so-and-so is going to happen, but just setting parameters, and if certain parameters are broken, then they change their tune accordingly, right? If you see a dip to a certain level, in this case he cited about 36,200, which it was got close enough to it, then he thinks that it's less probable. That changes the nature of things. And so he retweeted that from the 19th, and just last night he wrote the following in this most recent tweet. And he said, invalidation pretty much hit at this point. Time to reassess. There are a couple of different ways I can see this playing out, but want to see some more price action develop for now. Big picture. Weekly support at $32,000 to $34,000. Still don't think $28,000 will be breached. We'll know more in a few days. And so there you go. It's about probability of outcome, not certainty of outcome. And I'll share this. So there's an analyst named Il Capo that I highlight from time to time, and he's one of the more bearish sounding that I follow. So I thought I'd put it out. Even the Daily Hodl's now covering this. So again, don't know if his potential disaster scenario is going to play out here. It's worth being aware of it, and I still insist, like, even if it does happen, I will not lose one single ounce of my chill. Like, it doesn't impact me, because it doesn't make sense to worry about this stuff. But here's the headline from the Daily Hodl. Popular crypto analyst issues warning to Bitcoin bulls, says latest Bitcoin dip could be a trap. A closely followed crypto strategist says that Bitcoin bulls might be in trouble as the latest crypto market dip could be setting up a trap for them. This anonymous trader, known as Capo, tells his 244,000 Twitter subscribers that the top crypto asset by market cap's next support level looks weak, and that a test of it could land Bitcoin near the $20,000 mark. And here's a quote. By the way, I don't normally see him talking about these dramatic drops. Like, for Bitcoin, he's not somebody that's just been beating this drum endlessly, so the fact that he's seeing this now, I'm just paying attention. We'll see. But here's his quote. So after $40,000, the next support and pivot level is $30K, but that support has been tested many times and it's weak. So if we see a dump to that level, I don't think it will hold. Below $30,000, it goes to $21,000 to $23,000. So the question is, will we even get there? And he says he doesn't know, but if we do get to roughly that range, it's been tested so many times that it's likely to break. And that's a concept that's just widely accepted from analysts. And I don't pretend to be an analyst because I just think it's boring work. I appreciate the people that do it, and I find value in getting perspective from a bunch of different analysts, which is why sometimes in videos I'll just have a collection of opinions from an array of very popular analysts that I think are worth following. So I appreciate that, but damn, it's boring work. work. I just, I don't want to learn how to do this. I just don't care. I'm a holder, dudes. Like I'm all about the long-term vision and understanding that the people that make money in stocks and in crypto are the people that aren't getting in and out of positions and emotionally responding and overly fixated on the short-term price action. Those are the people that end up making a ton of money here. So, but anyway, yeah, the concept is certainly true. If a level sit and certainly gets tested, if it's to the downside, it could break. And the same is true to the inverse is true if you talk about the upside. Talk about a resistance level. At some point, that weakens too, and then you can blast through it. But in this particular case, we're talking about a potential move to the downside. So, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I don't know if this is going to happen. I don't even know if we'll see it dip to about the $30,000 level. But it's worth being aware of here. So, let me know what you think. I'll go ahead and wrap up there, but I will say also before signing off, like, again, I am so excited and optimistic for the future. Like, even on the darkest of days, I'm still happy to report here and put out YouTube videos just as excited as the green days, or close to it anyway, because I understand that what we're experiencing and living through here, it's a once-in-a-species opportunity. This is it. There's never been anything like this in the history of mankind in terms of just an entirely new asset class bursting onto the scene, and then offering this level of life-changing wealth and for the everyday person. Like, this has not happened before. And I'll be damned if I'm going to squander it because of stupid emotions. I am going to be persistent, and that's why XRP is my sweet spot. It's a large cap coin, but, and so you can think historically about stocks. Yeah, they're generally speaking would be less of an opportunity in terms of multiplier effect if you hold a large cap stock versus a small cap stock because there's less money in it. But in this case, the large cap coins here, they still have almost no money in it because it's a new asset class. Look at XRP's market cap, $34 billion. It's like nothing. It's nothing, you know? You got Bitcoin at $723 billion at the time of recording this, which is way higher than XRP. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't feel like the need to dabble too much in small cap coins because there's so little money even in the large cap coins, and I feel more confident in large cap coins generally speaking, especially in the case of XRP, because it's been tested for almost a decade. You know, is it going to get hacked successfully? Well, I mean, you could say Bitcoin, maybe even Bitcoin gets hacked successfully one day, and it's all failed experiment. Okay, fine. The odds of that happening at this point, with whether you're talking about Bitcoin or XRP, are pretty damn close to zero. It's been attacked both have been attacked for a long time. In the case of XRP, almost a decade. In the case of Bitcoin, over a decade. Getting attacked, nothing. There's been nothing to get through at this point. So when I consider the risk-reward profile here, XRP, large cap coin, okay, fine, but still not much money. Also, less risk compared to small cap coins, which haven't been around. And I see it actually getting adopted. So, like, for me, there couldn't be a more perfect cryptocurrency to purchase than XRP for my risk profile, what I'm willing to take on, what I'm looking for.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.